Are we happening? Is it happening?
It's rolling.
I'm not really sure how I feel about today's episode because it's a guy that we have, I'm going to say poked fun at. We've
We've talked a lot about him.
Like everyone else has. I mean, he's been... Remember, we run Ray Lewis on the show all the time talking about
crime.
The NFL doesn't come back. There'll be the crime because it's evil.
Evil.
And this guy has sort of been one of the guys we've used to bring up the example. It's seemingly, time after time after time, he engages in knucklehead thing after knucklehead thing.
He's the new champion. He's taken over Pac-Man's title.
Kenny Britt we're talking about.
Yes.
Wide receiver of the Tennessee Titans, correct?
Very good receiver.
Right, which is why that's why they're putting up with all of this.
Yeah.
So, I don't know how the NFL, I don't know how anyone, well look, first off, let's start with this thing. And you being rock star, Bob, you can relate to this. One of the things when you're doing concerts, I imagine you try and do is to, if you can, make a connection with your audience.
Absolutely.
I mean,
that's vital.
What was it
It's
like
crucial.
for you as a singer? Would you try and eyeball them? I mean, did you have,
Yeah.
you have a certain, would you pick out someone in the audience or a lot of people in the audience?
Whoever was responding the most would be the one you would connect with, or a section, or if it was a girl, whatever. That's always good too.
Of course it is, especially.
Yeah.
Well, I can remember Janet Jackson starting this maybe 10 or 12 years ago, where they went the extra step. Instead of just finding someone to focus in on, they started bringing people onto the stage.
Mm-hmm.
And she'd bring a guy on stage and literally strap him down, tape him up, and do one of her incredibly grinding, awesome songs to him.
Yeah, I never did that.
And well, you know what? Because you didn't know about it.
I never thought about it. I just brought him up and handed him a tambourine.
Yeah. Did you actually do that?
Yeah.
Well, that was better. You see that? I guess in the case of these, Janet Jackson, they're always getting guys. They're going to be going crazy. So Britney, they all do it. Britney Spears does it as well.
She does it well
for a certain song. So she's playing a concert in Nashville, Tennessee.
All right.
On the tour yesterday. I mean, I think you probably know by now who she brought up on stage.
I'm going to go ahead and say Kenny Britt.
Kenny Britt, and actually, if you look right down here, right down below us, we got a link to it right down there.
Skip the poll question; it's above that.
Yeah, right below the writing. Below the writing, you'll see the thing, and it's actually it's so someone had to plan this. They always do plan it, and look, there's no question that for athletes, pro athletes, Britney Spears is popular anyway. I mean,
I don't think you need to be an athlete for her to be popular.
Absolutely right, but he wasn't the only. My point is just he's not the only player who was there.
No, I wouldn't guess.
I mean, I'm certain they could have made other choices. Now, when you watch them, so I mean, what do we think of this? Is this Kenny Britt again being a knucklehead, or not?
I can't blame him on any level for partaking in what he did.
It would be very hard to say no, although, man, when you watch the video, Britney's not very limber anymore.
No, she needed a little
They are
help.
hoisting her up on his shoulders. He's a big guy, but he was sitting down.
He was sitting down, and she had a little assistance to...
But no, it looked like fun. I mean, to me,
Yes,
it seemed
did.
like fun.
It did look fun.
I don't know if it's because of the... I mean... It would have been hard to say no, I understand. But we sat here yesterday, we talked about that kid from SC, and how, when you got to know certain things. I don't know. I mean, of all the guys, he's the one guy, it seemed to me, the one guy who maybe could have, even though I didn't want to, would never have wanted to, would have felt bad about saying it. But shouldn't there be, I mean, am I wrong entirely? There should have been a moment, I have been in the news an awful lot this year.
Yeah, I think you're wrong this time. I'm going to take the other side.
Okay,
Usually you
all
take
right.
the side. I couldn't blame him on any level whatsoever. In fact, if Eddie said no, I would have ridiculed him.
That would have been the mistake.
Yes,
instead of trying to protect his image, anything like that.
His image is nothing now. And nobody's under any illusion that he's a choir boy. So
and
the fact that he had the opportunity to have Britney Spears grind all over him, and watch the video, you'll see what we're talking about.
Yeah, writing.
You say no to that, then I'm going to ridicule you. You're already in the doghouse. Nobody thinks you're a great, upstanding citizen. So you do this. You say yes, which is what he did. So I commend you, Kenny Britt.
All right, we commend Kenny Britt.